Hello everyone! Did you miss the unusual videos? Then you're just in time, because today we've prepared amazing footage for you. A seaweed beach in China, gravity-defying plants, and races you've never heard of, and so much more. Let's get it on. After watching these videos, you'll believe in the existence of perfect matches, albeit we're talking about metal details. At first glance, the objects are perfectly smooth and even. But how is this possible? Don't get mesmerized. We bet that you've never seen the birth of an octopus. At first glance, it looks like a flower, but in a moment, a baby octopus emerges from the petal. By the way, this is a Caribbean reef octopus. It's difficult to see them in the wild because they hide very well. If you have millions of dollars in cash you need to hide well, this safe is just for you. It's not easy to open it, but this is not the main thing. It's much more important to remember the combination. Better write it down on a piece of paper or film it on camera, because it will be very hard to break such a safe. If you're looking for ideas on how to spice up your interior, then here is one that will impress all of your guests. Japanese designers have created an unusual flower. This bonsai defies the laws of gravity and hovers over the pot it's supposed to grow in. Well, what can we say? These guys are geniuses. Let's keep this idea in mind. This is a shrinking violet. As soon as you touch it, it hides its leaves. Nature came up with this defense mechanism. By the way, here's another interesting fact. Not only leaves, but the roots also react to touch. They of course don't contract, but they start emitting a terrible smell. After watching this video, you will remember your childhood dream of a treehouse. Unusual, though, isn't the right word for it. This 1,000-year-old tree is located in China, in the Kowloon-Hui region. We bet that you've already started Googling how to get tickets there. The guy who filmed this video says that the energy of a modern person is like a piano that's been carried in a shaking car for a long time. But this thing can fix it. You may not believe it, but just listen to these sounds. Really soothing. When the tuning fork is struck, the instrument begins to vibrate and emit a sound that serves as a source for pitch when tuning musical instruments or singing. This is the Discharge of Water, the Yozgat Dam in Turkey. Finding yourself under such a pressure of water, of course, is scary. It's so strong that it can propel you to a neighboring village, but watching it from a distance is a different story. You're about to see something incredible. Ready? Look at what this watermelon has turned into. What an excellent tool for self-defense. This exoskeleton follows the movements of the owner's arms. By the way, the first exoskeletons appeared in the 60s of the 19th century. Since then, people keep experimenting with them. Iron Man suits will soon become real, if they haven't already. It takes a lot of effort to make this mechanism move. Literally. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is a roller coaster ride, but it works on human energy. A useful life hack for mothers on maternity leave who want to work out, but don't know where to leave the child. Here, you can just put the baby on the ride and start pedaling. Have you ever seen stumps disappear right before your eyes? Well, now you've seen everything. This thing weighs over half a ton, but weight is not the most impressive thing about it. In 1 hour, it's capable of destroying 180 stumps, turning them into sawdust. Believe it or not, you can put these small hydroelectric power plants in your backyard. They can also safely provide up to 500 houses with electricity. The small turbine is installed in a reservoir and generates clean energy without harming the environment. The system works by removing water from the main stream in the canal. The passing water causes the turbine to rotate slowly and creates a low-pressure vortex. A low rotation rate doesn't harm the fish, which can easily pass through these turbines. This guy found a pool filled with fairy shrimps at the Stanislaus National Forest in Northern California. By the way, this is not a made-up name. They are indeed called fairy shrimps. These creatures are like living fossils because they've existed on Earth for more than 140 million years. These babies are listed in the red list of threatened species, so now you're watching a rare scene. These guys are getting ready for an unusual competition. Now you'll understand what's going on. On your marks, attention, march!
Allez, 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 allez.
What you see are 4 retired cyclists. All of them are champions, and now they compete with each other on exercise bikes that are connected to a toy racetrack. Over the years, love for sports doesn't disappear, it just changes a bit. Take a look at what a typical working day at a crayfish farm looks like. Seems like a cushy job, but there is one thing though. You need to put rotten meat or fish in each of these traps to lure the crayfish. What do you think of when you hear the word ferry? Now check this out. This ferry was designed in Australia and built in the Philippines. Yes, it looks like some kind of futuristic ship. This 360-foot colossus has 2 decks to carry 425 cars. It can also easily accommodate over 1,000 passengers. No wonder it became the largest ship ever launched in the Philippines. Quickly skip this video if you don't like creatures like caterpillars or spiders, because now you'll see something that looks like both. This thing resembles a spider, but moves like a larva. Okay, we'll tell you. These are monkey slug caterpillars. They're also called slug moths. Sounds disgusting, and looks so too. And they also have suckers instead of legs. You probably thought that it was algae, right? Now, take a closer look and see the proboscis and even the muzzle. The leafy sea dragon really looks like a mix of a bunch of seaweed and a mythical dragon. By the way, these guys are masters of camouflage. They hide well when they're in danger. It's hard to say whether Exhibit had anything to do with this car, but it was pimped well. If you feel sad, just open the door and you'll feel better right away. China never ceases to amaze us. Videos of Chinese dancers swinging like tumblers in the Tang Dynasty costumes have become popular on social media. It looks very nice too. How do they manage to keep balance? Now you will see the most unusual beach you can imagine. There is no sand, but a bunch of algae instead. They bloom every year in Qingdao, a major city in China's Shandong province. This is the result of marine pollution. In 2017, algae covered almost 7.5 million acres of coastal waters, which, just think about it, is equal to the size of an entire country like Belgium. Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.